Hey, it's Leslie. So, we had a question come up today, and I love getting these kinds of questions because it's really fun to get on and answer them. About what would you do if you had to start over, if you had no money, no budget, and had to start over? And this one is actually an easy one for me because we've been there. And I won't spend a lot of time on it because I know that if you've tuned in before, you totally know our story. You could go out there and Google it pretty easily. But just quickly, Dylan and I found ourselves in a position where we had serious medical bills out the yin yang. I couldn't work because of an illness. I couldn't work outside the home. Just completely unreliable that way. And I felt that, it wasn't really fair to my employer. We found ourselves in that place where Dylan was working 3 jobs just to make ends meet and needed to do something. So I got online and started searching around and looking for a way to, work from home, while being a stay-at-home mom for our kids and taking care of the household, that kind of a thing. Since Dylan was working so much, we never ever saw him, and we were still struggling. So, we didn't really have any money at all. Nothing extra. Working really hard on the grocery budget every 2 weeks. I'd go shopping every 2 weeks and just, try to pinch every single penny. And it was really hard. We were really in a place where it was like, you're kind of, it was just really tough, and it can be, but, here we are several months later and, we're doing all right. So, we've been in that position of having to start completely over and, starting a business with no capital at all, nothing. We actually borrowed the money to get started, and that's what we had to do. We were just in that kind of position where it was, it's do or die. There was really nowhere else to go. We had a roof over our heads, but that was about it. And we were feeding the kids, but that was about it. And it was really awful. So that we knew we had to do something. So, we had a relative that was kind enough to loan us some money so that we could get started in this business. Got on and just said, hey, you know what? This is what we're doing. We got into Empower Network because I had been blogging for years, and it is it's a marketing system that has a blogging platform that you can use to as a long-term marketing strategy. So I thought, hey, I can do this. I knew another mom blogger that had been using it to a lot of success, and I just thought, hey, I can do this too. And then we got into it, we started going through the system, and we learned, holy cow, there's nothing we can't do with this thing. So that's what we decided to do, and we went for it. Because we had no budget, we had to look for a lot of ways to get the word out there about what we were doing and do it for free. And there are a lot of ways that you can do that. Facebook is fantastic. You're already networking when you're on Facebook, and it's just a matter of expanding that and getting to know other people out there, in the world. Google Plus is a fantastic way to market yourself, your product, your business for free. YouTube is a great place to market yourself, your product, your business for free. There are so many resources available to you. I've given 3 of the obvious ones. You've got Twitter, LinkedIn. It never stops. And then when you align yourself with the right group of people, we chose Empower Network, one, because we had actually seen how well people were doing inside of Empower Network, but also because the people inside of Empower Network, the majority of the people that come into this thing and, rise up really fast are people like us, where it was do or die. The boats were burning. There was no going back. We put our eggs into this basket and we had to make it happen. And we had to do it on nothing, absolutely nothing. And so we've gotten pretty creative. But the cool thing is there's a lot of people inside of Empower Network, you know, and not everybody in Empower Network wants to be an Empower Network affiliate. Some people just like to come in and use the system to learn how to market their own business and their own products, because it's a really powerful system that way. Once you get in and you learn what everybody's teaching, man, there's nothing you can't do. And a lot of the, you know, we've got the basic system, but there are a lot of people. You know, one of the great sayings in the industry is you've either got the money and no time, or you've got the time and no money. So money and no time means you basically can afford to pay other people to make this business happen for you. You can get on and you could put, you know, take out massive advertising, you know, on high PR sites. You can do all that kind of stuff. And then there's the people that fell into the category that we were in, where it's like you've got all the time and no money. So you basically are doing it yourself and you're building it from, you know, the scraps, but it can be done. And that's what we did. So when we were at the point in our life where we had nothing, rock bottom, no money, no budget, nothing, the key thing is to get off your butt and make it happen. And I cannot stress that enough. There are ways to do this. You just have to be willing to make it happen. Don't wait. Don't waste time. Don't say I'll do it tomorrow. Don't do that. You get in and you get rocking and rolling on it as fast as you can. That's what we did. That's what we've done. That's what we continue to do, because, you know, going back to that position where we have nothing, not an option. You know, now we know what we can accomplish and what we can do, and going back to that is not an option. But the flip side of that coin is, if for some reason something happened and we did find ourselves in that position again, you can damn well bet we would be bulldozing ahead and getting ourselves back out of that as fast as we could, because now we know how to do that. So that's what we would do, and we would love to share this with you, because that's what Empower Network is all about. You know, the majority of the people in Empower Network, we didn't come into this with a whole bunch of money, you know, and just immediately insert ourselves. There are people that have done that, and those people, they are the coolest people, and they will share with you and show you everything they've done to get to where they are. And likewise, the people who had to come into it the way that we did and, you know, bring themselves from absolutely zip to, you know, we've got people in here making, you know, geez, you know, $250,000 a month that, you know, a year ago were broker than snot. It can be done, and we show you how to do it. We love to get together. We mastermind inside of the company. We mastermind inside of the industry, and we bring all of that to you. And nobody ever loses sight of where they were at, because then we're not good to anybody. I mean, we want to get out there. We want to show you what we've done. We want to show you that there are alternatives to, you know, you know, collecting unemployment and wondering, you know, when things are going to start happening for you, because things aren't going to happen for you. You have to go out there and make them happen. So if you're in that place where you've got no money, no budget, nothing, there are things that you can do to create the life that you've always wanted to have. And we've got the tools for you, so come visit us. Now, you might be just seeing this on YouTube. Sorry about the lighting. I've got a crazy light going on here. So you know, you might just be seeing this on YouTube. That's great. You know, I'll put a few links down below if you want to get in and check out a few of the tools that we have. And then you're always welcome to shoot us an email or find us on Facebook and ask any other questions you might have. And if you are on the blog and you're seeing this on the blog, well, of course, there's tons of links down there. So anyway, we really look forward to hearing from you guys, and good luck. And you know, there's nothing in the world as satisfying and as amazing as going out there and grabbing your life by the horns and making it freaking happen. So we know you can do it. All right, love you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.